My name is Anthony, and I'm supporting Andrew Yang. This is the very first time in my entire life that I have supported any political candidate beyond just checking a checkbox during the main election in my more than 40 years of life. You might be wondering why I'm doing that, and the answer is quite simple. I am a data scientist working in the biotech field, and topics like how can we use AI in biotech research are pretty much part of my job description. Having been exposed to topics like that, automation and AI, I have worked directly with technology that can basically put a radiologist out of a job. So when I found Andrew Yang in one of those long form podcast interviews on YouTube, where he really shines in giving in-depth and authentic answers to questions being asked of him, I felt that he really spoke to concerns that I also have for jobs that are very repetitive in nature. And the way he's talking about these problems is very unique to him. I think the whole point about automation in the future taking more and more entry-level jobs and jobs that are repetitive in nature, either manual or cognitive, is a problem that most other politicians are not even aware of somehow. And some politicians even think are a hoax. So, and it's true though, you don't need to go very far to find examples of where automation is already making an impact. At my local Vons, for example, they've just introduced the automated self-checkout. And I've asked the cashiers if they've noticed any difference, and they told me that they've noticed a small reduction in the hours that they're needed for. Other places like Home Depot have even more automated the checkout process. There's maybe only one or two regular checkout lines, and the rest are all self-checkout lines, where one sales clerk is basically manning 6 different checkout lines, and that's just on the topic of automating sales clerks, right? So anyway, I'm supporting Andrew Yang because unlike most other politicians, he actually answers the questions and has correctly diagnosed the cause of a lot of insecurity in Americans' people's lives. I do note that some of the other politicians, particularly Biden and Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders too, have started talking about the seriousness of automation and the impact it has on the labor market. And particularly Bernie Sanders has been very vocal about it. And if you look at sort of most of these politicians, excluding Bernie Sanders, Biden and Buttigieg, the responses are fairly standard responses. We should study it more. It's a serious topic. Yeah, we should think about it more. And so those kinds of responses, I don't think they're typical for politicians, and I don't think they're very productive at this time. So anyway, my short video about why I'm supporting Andrew Yang.